Good morning, everyone. So, in this session, we are going to discuss with the first chapter from the history, that is a changing time. So, yesterday we have seen, I think already we have studied the period of transition, and so from there we have studied the history is divided into three, that is ancient, modern, medieval, and modern. And also we have seen that the division is not uniform for the entire history. And next, I think secondly we have learned the Renaissance. What is Renaissance? What is the meaning of Renaissance? Renaissance means, already you have studied, what is that? It is a rebirth or revival. And also it started in Italy around 15th century. And also during the Renaissance period, they give more importance to humanism. Already we have seen what is humanism. Just like to understand human affairs and solution to the problem of humans. And so then we have seen the famous Renaissance writers that you have to keep it in your memory. The famous Renaissance writers are Shakespeare and Milton. These two were the famous Renaissance writers. Okay. And after that we have seen they give, I think, scholars like Dante and Thomas more about the society. And also during the Renaissance period we can see they give more importance to humanity as well as the society, because society is an important factor. Okay, so they give special consideration to the society. Then come to the next one. Renaissance also give rise to new art forms. Already we have seen some art forms yesterday. I think we have said, I think up to there we have finished right now. Okay, I think just this, I think art form, it should have the expressions and the movements, and also it should have the grace and the perfection in it. Already up to there we finished. Okay, so let us come to the next one. Leonardo da Vinci, Michelangelo and Raphael were the greatest artists of this period. Which period? During the Renaissance period. Leonardo da Vinci, Michelangelo and Raphael. These three were the famous, greatest artists of this period, Renaissance period. Okay, you just keep it in your memory, underline. Okay, so Leonardo was a genius. We can say that Leonardo was a genius man. Why he is genius? That we can say that he is a painter, because he is having all kind of activities, just like a good qualities. Which are the qualities? He is a painter. Then we can say scientist, then philosopher and a poet. That's why he is considered as a symbol of Renaissance. Why? This man Leonardo da Vinci became the symbol of Renaissance because he is a poet, and also we can say that scientist, philosopher and poet. That's why he is a symbol of Renaissance. Keep it in your memory. Okay. And also when the human form, the secular themes became the focus of painting and sculptures. And so already we have seen or studied in during the Renaissance period, they give more importance to humanism. So when the human form, they give importance, just like more importance to the secular themes, and also secular themes became the focus of paintings and sculptures. Okay, when we are observing the pictures, we can see that there's like a secular themes. Okay, that's why they give the importance to these things. And also the famous paintings. Which are the famous paintings? The Last Supper and Mona Lisa are the masterpieces of whom? Masterpieces of Leonardo da Vinci. Okay, these are the masterpieces. Which are the masterpieces? Last Supper and Mona Lisa. Underline. Okay, these are the important point in this sentence. Okay, so come to the next one. Who is the next person? First we are saying Leonardo da Vinci. So come to the next one. Michelangelo. He is also famous artist, painter, and also just to say about his paintings. Michelangelo is a famous for his paintings in the Sistine Chapel at Vatican. Vatican is in Rome. Okay, that's in Rome. Creation of Adam, Fall of Man, Last Judgment. These were the famous paintings by Michelangelo. So which are the famous paintings of Michelangelo? Which are the creation of Adam, then fall of man, then Last Judgment. These are the famous paintings of Michelangelo, where in the Sistine Chapel at Vatican. Okay. He was also a great sculptor. Who was a great sculptor? This Michelangelo. And also not only a sculptor, but he is an architect too. That's it. Okay, these painters also observe the beauty and harmony of nature, and also by observing these paintings, by seeing these paintings, we can understand the beauty and harmony of the nature. Okay, that's about. Okay, this is about Michelangelo. And also sculptures was also inspired by the grace of human form, and also sculptures was also inspired by the grace of human form, because only because of the human form it is inspired. Okay, that we can see. And also Greek and Roman art greatly influenced the sculptures. That was we just underlined. It was the first time that freestanding figures were made in sculpture. What is freestanding means? That means full length figures. That is known as freestanding figures. Okay, they were made in sculptures. So come to the next one. The Renaissance movement also reawakened the spirit of scientific inquiry, and also next one. Already firstly we have seen that Renaissance give more importance to humanism, and secondly we have seen they give more importance to the society, and thirdly we have seen they give more importance to art forms, and also famous artists we have seen. And come to the next one. During the Renaissance movement, and also they give more importance to scientific inquiry. Why they give more importance to scientific inquiry? Because we should have the experimentation and the observation. Without that we cannot make any scientific inquiry. Just like we have to prove that. Actually, come to the point. The Renaissance movement also reawakened the spirit of scientific inquiry, which motivated men to accept something only after experimentation and observation. That's only scientific inquiry. Without that we cannot make any experimentation and observation. That's it. These scientific experiments and observation led to new discoveries, and also only through these scientific experiments and observation, only through this there will be new discoveries. We can find the new discoveries. We can enter into the new discoveries. That's it. Okay, which often challenged established church beliefs. It is saying that church beliefs which often challenged established church beliefs. That means church in that time, church have their own ideas, because what the church is saying, that is we have to obey, and also what they are saying, that is right, and also other things are not acceptable. They don't have any scientific inquiry. It's like what they are saying, you have to accept it. That is what. This scientific inquiry during the period of Renaissance movement, this was the challenge for established church beliefs. Okay, that's it. And let's come to the next one. One must remember that Christianity had continued to spread throughout the world. The church had become a very popular and wealthy institution. That's it. So one must remember that Christianity had continued to spread throughout the world. The church had become very popular and a wealthy institution, that we can say. So education and learning were confined to the four walls of church, and also education is allowed only for the church, and also it is already, we can see it is already confined. Confined means what? I think it is fixed to the four walls of the church, and also nobody is allowed to study, because only church they can study. Okay, they are providing the education, and also only the members can study get the education. That's why. And also all the people are there, all others not like us, what we are experiencing now, we are not getting any education like this. Okay, only church are the supreme power. Okay, what the church is saying, we have to obey, and also everything is just, we can say, confined to the four walls of the church. That's it. Okay. So come to the next person, Copernicus, during the period of Renaissance. Come to the what Copernicus says. Come on. Who is Copernicus? He is a Polish astronomer. Okay, Copernicus is a Polish astronomer. He proved that Earth revolves around the sun. That was his scientific inquiry. Okay, through already we have seen experimentation and observation. He proved that Earth revolves around the sun. And also this new heliocentric theory shattered the long-held Christian belief that Earth was the center of the universe. And also this is a new heliocentric. Heliocentric means what? The theory that the Earth revolves around the sun. That is the meaning of this new heliocentric theory. Heliocentric means Earth revolves around the sun. But already Copernicus proved that. The Polish astronomer, he proved that. But what happened? It shattered the long-held Christians because the Christians have long-held beliefs. So it shattered, just like a spoiled. Okay, what they said, it was shattered. The long-held Christians believed that Earth was the center of the universe. So what was the belief of the church? What the church said means that according to the church, Earth was the center of the universe. But Copernicus proved that this is the Earth revolves around the sun. Okay, that was the thing. So 40 years later, so come to the next person. Who is that? That is Galileo, who invented the telescope. Who invented the telescope? That is Galileo. Already know. So also proved that the theory of Copernicus was absolutely correct, and the church was absolutely wrong. What theory of church was absolutely wrong, and also what Copernicus said, that was absolutely right. Earth revolves around the sun. That was the right thing. Okay. So, but the church refused to accept this. That we can know that because what the church is saying, that is right. So, church refused to accept this theory. Okay. So, eventually, Sir Isaac Newton proved. So, come to the next one. Isaac Newton proved that all heavenly bodies, all the particles in the heavenly bodies, okay, move according to the law of gravitation. Okay, everything is move according to the gravitation. Okay. And also come to the next one. In 1660 CE, Common Era, the Pope told Galileo not to hold. Okay, not to hold. Already you are saying that because you have your own idea. So you have to hold Galileo not to hold, teach or defend the new heliocentric theory. And also in 16 see, the Pope told Galileo not to hold, teach or defend the new heliocentric theory. He promised to obey. So who? Galileo. However, in 1632 he published a book disobeying the edict of 1660. The church prohibited the sale of this book. Already he published, okay, just like disobeying the edict. So the church, just like what we can say, already he just like published, but what is the problem? The church prohibited the sale of this book. Okay, the church no need to sell because they prohibited. Okay. Galileo was called to Rome, and also he was called to Rome, and under the threat of torture, he was made to deny his belief, and also the church, they torture him, and also because of the torture and the threat, just like they are saying all the threat, just like a threat, no threat. Okay, just saying all the words. Okay, you should not do like this. Okay, same way. And torture, he was made to deny his belief. And also the Pope said in 1616 CE, Pope told to Galileo not to hold, teach or defend the new heliocentric theory. And also he disobeyed because he wanted to show, he wanted to say to the public, Earth revolves around the sun. But the Pope, just like a Pope, threat and torture, so he denied his belief. I think come to the next one. Already I think up to there you will have it out. So come to the next one. Other areas of science like in medicine, chemistry and the physical sciences also underwent a revolution. And so there also how the revolution changes. In medicine, the human anatomy was studied in depth. And also during this time, during the Renaissance period, in medicine, the human anatomy was studied depth, very deeply they studied. And also William Harvey discovered the circulation of blood. Who discovered the circulation of blood? Just blood, just underline William Harvey. Who discovered the circulation of blood? You just underline. And come to the next one. About this time, John Gutenberg of Germany invented the printing press. Who invented the printing press? Who invented? That is John Gutenberg of Germany. Okay. And also, so because of this printing press, books became easily available. That we can understand because through press, the books will be easily we will get. Okay, easily available. Okay, this helped in the spread of new knowledge only. So because of this, we will get a lot of knowledge from other places. Okay. earlier. So before coming the printing press, okay, before coming this printing press, what was the situation in the earlier? The only books available were handwritten. That we can understand, okay, because before coming this, there was a handwritten and some manuscripts, just like a handwritten things. Okay, in the spread of the manuscripts, which were very rare in circulation, and also in that time when we are writing in handwritten, it was very rare, very rare. But when printing press invented, there is a lot of things available because books are published many. Okay, that's it. And also therefore knowledge was limited to very few people. So in that time, because when they are writing in handwritten and manuscripts, the knowledge was limited to very few people. Only few people will get the handwritten and manuscripts. That's what it is mentioned. And also the church resisted the spread of new knowledge because it would weaken its influence on common people. However, scholars went on with their work in spite of being declared heretics. Heretics means, I think, one who challenges the doctrine of the church. Okay, they could do so because of the support they got from enlightened rulers. What is enlightened? Not ignorant or narrow in thinking. So the church resisted the spread of the new knowledge because it would weaken its influence on common people. Only because of the common people it will influence. And also, however, scholars went on with their work. All the scholars, no, they went with their work in spite of being declared heretics. Heretics means, already we have seen, one who challenges the doctrine of the church. They could do so because of the support they got from enlightened rulers. Okay, so I think up to this it is clear for you. So with this I am going to wind up this session. Thank you. To be continued tomorrow.